And the changes start in the back line. Both fullbacks are replaced. Louis Coyle comes in, takes the armband as well. Callum Elder on the left. Alfie Jones and Sean McLaughlin complete the back four. They were praised by Liam Rosenior. They were the only ones, really, who received any praise from the defeat on Saturday. Carl Darlow is in goal. There's still no place for Matt Ingram. His injury looks a little bit more long-term. In the midfield, Greg Doherty and Xavier Simons are the same sitting midfield pair that started against Bristol City. Regan Slater, Ryan Longman on both wings. So Ebue is dropped, Tufan in the 10 position, and a change up top. No Oscar tonight in the starting 11. He can only find a place on the bench. Benji Tete starts up front alone for the first time this season as a lone striker. The bench for the Tigers: Timothy Lotatala, Jacob Greaves, Tobias Figueiredo, a return for Aliar Syed Manesh, who hasn't been seen in 2 months, Malcolm Ebue, a second chance and his home debut tonight if he comes on for Adama Traore, and Oscar Estepinian complete the bench this evening. Wallace past halfway, receiving the ball off O'Shea. Down the line the ball goes to Malumbi, places it through nicely to Wallace, and again it's on hand to cross it in, and then confusion inside the penalty area. It took a bobble, it landed all of a sudden straight into the path of Mark Albrighton, who didn't know much about it, just came off his body, and that sent the ball back towards Darlow, who had to take evasive action and just flick the ball away from the goal. John Swift, key assist man for Reading last year on the free kick duty, works it to the 6-yard box. DK the closest, but easily headed away by the Tigers. West Brom, though, given the chance to just get on the ball once again. And it's with Peters, halfway line, now looking to send it forward for Albrighton. Very well brought down by him, and he's put it on a plate here for Wallace. Takes the shot on from 12 yards out. He went for the side foot. Saved well by Darlow as Hull City squander possession again. Tete giving it up this time in the middle of his own half. Yakoshlu worked it to Albrighton. A flick by DK. Darlow had to make a more significant save this time, and on the second helpings DK has a swipe from 8 yards which is deflected for a corner kick. Only one team look like scoring at the moment. It's the visitors West Brom, and DK with a couple of chances, testing Darlow even further. McLaughlin on halfway has made a clearance into a pass as Tete nods it down to Slater in the area. Ball comes to Tete! He swiped it in! For all the time West Brom had the ball, Hull City have not been near the penalty area, but as they arrive, Tete ends his goal drought. It's his first Hull City goal, and he punctured it into the top right corner. The goal scored for the Tigers in the most unlikely of circumstances. Based on this first half, Benji Tete has put Hull City in front. Hull City 1, West Bromwich Albion 0. All those in the visiting part of this ground, and I imagine the West Brom fans who are watching at home will be completely and utterly bamboozled as to how their side find themselves trailing. As West Brom regather themselves in their shape and now set their sights on the Hull City half and potentially the Hull City penalty area, with Furlong back to O'Shea. They were calm and composed when they were dominating possession in the first 30 minutes with no end product. Darlow was forced into a couple of good smart saves, but then it was shock treatment for West Brom to see Tete score, but West Brom could score. They're in the area. It's DK. Oh, big save from Darlow down to his right hand side, out of nowhere they suddenly unlocked Hull City's defence, and they're coming forward again. It's Townsend advanced at left back into the area, chested by DK, and then sliced horribly wide by Jed Wallace, who looks to the clouds, which are disguised in the night sky. But he sliced it horribly there from roughly 8 yards or so. Jones and Tete waiting around the penalty spot. Tete with his first goal. Could Jones get his first goal tonight, I wonder, as Slater to Simons. Simons from range! Oh, just bounces near the right-hand post from my position up here in the Upper West. It had power, it had drive. By the looks of things, I think it's Nathaniel Shalabar who might be coming on. We'll be coming out into quite a raucous atmosphere around the MKM Stadium as Elder has to slide across from a ball out to the right-hand side by Wallace, looking for Malumbi. There was a coming together between him and Simons, but Hull City now countering away, and the ball is a decent one up towards Tufan from left to right. He just halts his run. Coyle in support, Tufan towards the middle, plonks it through for Tete, who's onside. He nearly mirrored his opening goal of the game. This time it was on the right foot, aiming for the left-hand corner, but a deflection away stops it from making it 2-0. But Hull City have a corner kick, and they are giving West Brom a game. 57 minutes here at the MKM Stadium. The last 15 of the first and opening 15 of the second have seen Hull City have a real stranglehold as the ball is played in, and it's gone in. Tufan to McLaughlin, another man with his first goal for Hull City. He ends a barren run without getting a goal, the first one since November 2019, and Sean McLaughlin, one of the most patient players, by his own words. And Sean McLaughlin, who has in previous games got himself into positions in the area to be a threat, has just doubled Hull City's lead. A brilliant cross swung in by Tufan. It was a glancing header by Sean McLaughlin. Oscar will come on in a moment. Liam Rossini giving him a big pat on his back as he takes attention again now. Liam Rossini back to the action as Shalabar in the centre circle, Hull City side, plays it across the defence to O'Shea. Coming together in the final third. Wallace has stayed down after being caught into the penalty area from the cross. DK trying to head it down. Doherty clipping at the heels this time of Swift. Free kick is conceded in a dangerous position. It is just on the D, just to the left of centre. And this is a great shooting chance for West Brom to half the deficit. James Linnington, the referee, hasn't looked towards the sideline, so Oscar will wait for a moment as his enemy number 19 lines up this free kick. John Swift, who scored from range at the Hawthorns, now has a dead ball situation. Slater is laid on the ground behind a four-man wall. It's Swift who strikes. Oh, he's clattered the post, and on the rebound, it's skied over. I think that might have been O'Shea who took that shot on, and he hit it wildly away from goal, but Swift clattering the post. But what a response, by the way, to Saturday from Hull City at this moment. The game has still got a quarter of its time to run, and West Brom are trying to play a few passes around near the penalty area now, with Gardner Hickman finding Swift. Little ball roll away from Elder as it goes back to O'Shea, still on that right side. It's with Reach playing the ball down the line to Gardner-Hickman. Clever cutback. This is dangerous with Jed Wallace. It's a big save from Darlow, who uses his legs to just send the ball careering away from his goal line. West Brom throwing men forward whenever they can. But Darlow, Premier League experience, has made some key saves tonight. O'Shea on the move again. Down that right-hand side. Simons trying to get across along with Ryan Longman tucking in towards the defence. Shalabar now finds Reach from a long way out, takes a shot at goal, 25 yards, just bounced in front of Darlow, who pushes it away from his goal. That one will have been more difficult than what it appeared. I'll make that around the 5th save that Darlow has made tonight. O'Shea in possession for West Brom. Gardner-Hickman to Swift in the area. This looks promising for Adam Reach. Doesn't connect with it well though. Near the penalty spot, got onto the cutback and just dug his boot into the floor to see the ball trickle off his bootlaces and wide. It's turning into one of those evenings for West Brom where they're not clicking with the final moments when they need to be punishing